What's the word, YouTube? It's your boy Nico, man. We back with another video. This is gonna be a little mukbang and talk about everything we learned in 2022. We did have a full meal plan, but it got ate by accidentally, but it's fine. You know, we're gonna work with what we got. Yeah, so we just, just gonna be a mukbang right quick, or it's gonna be a slight mukbang. And then we gonna do the hot chip challenge. We got something for y'all. So, all right, so, and we just got like some Chick-fil-A, like, just like chicken nuggets and fries, stuff like that. So it ain't really nothing too much, it ain't really nothing too much, too major. But, all right, so we're gonna start off with just saying everything that 2022 taught us, or everything that we learned in 2022. One thing that I learned in 2022 is that people are not gonna understand your grind, because if they don't know where you're coming from, then they're not gonna understand it fully. Because like, you could have your mind set on one thing and achieving a goal, but if another person don't understand that, then they just look at you as like, oh, he acting fake, or she acting fake, or you know what I'm saying, they not paying me no mind, or they switched up on you, or you know what I'm saying, like, oh, he don't mess with me no more, she don't mess with me no more. But in reality, you're just trying to lock in and achieve your goal that you grinding to. So like I said, people will never understand your grind, and that's why you got to stay focused and let them know it ain't nothing towards them, or there ain't no bad feelings, but you just got to lock in. So that's one thing that I learned in 2022.
One of the first things I probably learned is accountability. Accountability takes place like even in high school, middle school, college. You got to be accountable and aware of what you're doing. If you feel like something you did was like wrong the first time, the accountability comes in and say, okay, you know what? I messed up here. Going forward, I'm gonna hold myself accountable and not do the same thing. So that's one of the biggest things I learned in 2022, going forward 2023, is accountability.
That's a good one, bro. Another thing that I learned in 2022, well, I've been through this, but I feel like it need to be stressed. Be yourself and don't try to be like nobody else. Because nowadays in 2022, I feel like everybody is trying to be like somebody else, and they're not creating their own image, and they're not creating their own walk, and they're not creating their own journey. They're trying to follow somebody else and follow somebody else's way. You know what I'm saying? What may work for them may not work for you. And it's like, when you trying to copy somebody, that's just you taking the easy way out, and you're not trying to be creative in any kind of way you can. So if you're not being creative, and you're not, trying to figure stuff out for yourself, how you gonna ever grow? So like I said, you gotta learn how to just be yourself and don't try to follow nobody else's way, because it's not gonna work for you. It may, but why would you even take that chance? So that's another thing I learned in 2022.
I guess another thing I learned in 2022 is setting up goals for yourself. Like, write goals down for yourself. No matter what age you are, write goals for yourself. Because when you write goals down for yourself, it ties into the accountability part. So if I say, okay, I want to be such and such, I want to make this mark by, let's say, March of next year, 2023. Writing it down will help you memorize, okay, this is what I want, this is where I'm going to be. So definitely write down goals for yourself. It'll help you be more accountable. It'll help you be more focused and determined to say, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So goal setting and writing down your goals is definitely one of them.
I learned another thing that I learned about 2022 that's real is people are going to talk about you regardless. And it's crazy because people are going to talk about you regardless, because when you doing the right thing and when you doing what's best for you, people are going to talk about you. And definitely if you down bad and you not doing what you're supposed to do, people are going to talk about you still. So at this point in time, since people are going to talk about you, whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing, or if you grind or if you're not grinding, or if you know what I'm saying, on your hustle, or you lazy, people still going to talk about you regardless, because people are never satisfied in 2022. It's always something to be said to criticize a person. So, you got to just you know what I'm saying, forget what other people are talking about. If they try to doubt your plan, you got to remove them out your herb, because that kind of stuff, it'll throw you off. And then not only will it throw you off, like I said, people still gonna talk about you regardless. So it's another thing I learned in 2022 is that's and criticism is very, very deep in 2022, because like I said, everybody has something to say about you, right? If you could be pitch perfect, right? Pitch perfect. People still gonna find something to say about you regardless. You could be pitch perfect. You could do nothing wrong in life, and people still gonna have something to say about you. So why even care at this point? You might as well just do what you gotta do, get on your grind, and just forget them, and just do what you gotta do.
Another good point, 2022, that I probably learned is find your group of people. Ooh. No matter, like I said, no matter where you are, I'm gonna keep saying this, no matter where you are, like if you in middle school, high school, college, or if you transitioning from middle school to high school, or high school to college, or high school to the real world job, whatever, find you a group of people that you can confide in, and don't tell everybody your dreams, because not everybody needs to know what you got going on, because that's important to you. That's what God gave you, not for them. So definitely find you a group of people, 2-3 people, one person even, like my bro here. Find people that you can confide in, you know what I'm saying? Somebody you can trust, because mental health is a real issue. It's a real issue, and you don't never want to find yourself alone. So definitely find you a good group, definitely, for sure.
That's definitely good one. Another thing, this is very big in 2022 too. People are self-centered, and if it doesn't involve them or benefit them, they don't have no interest towards it. So, like, nowadays, if you're going through something, or if you got something going on, if it doesn't involve them, or if it's not happening to them, or if it doesn't benefit them in any kind of way, they don't care. Yeah. So, it's just like, it's just like they feel like, oh, well, that ain't me, so I can just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But then when it is them, they expect everybody else to reach out to them, but they can't even do it back. You feel what I'm saying? So, when people that's like that, you gotta remove them kind of people out your life, because they're not considerate of you or what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't care, because it's not them, and it's not happening to them at the moment. But see, I feel like everybody always claim that they want people in their corner, but that same energy is not being reciprocated back. Like, they want people in their corner, but they don't want to be in nobody else's corner. It's self-centeredness. So it's like if what you got going on, I'm more worried about me and mine. If it ain't me and mine, I ain't tripping. And I feel like that's the wrong kind of mentality to have, because, you know what I'm saying, if you needed help, you want somebody to help you. Or if you want somebody to be there for you, if you want somebody to be there for you, you gonna want somebody to be there for you. But if you saying, oh, if it ain't me, or if it ain't benefit me, I don't even care. So it's like, that's the wrong kind of mentality to have. But that's very big in 2022. I feel like that's the wrong kind of mentality to have.
Another life tip that I probably learned 2022 is consistency. When you consistent, it builds on to what you're trying to do. So just like going to the gym, you're not gonna get the results that you want in a week. It takes consistency, going to the gym every day. If you in school, if you want to be a good test taker, it takes consistency, practicing whatever you got going on. Or if you in a job field, right, and you trying to move up, consistency, repetition, doing something completely over and over and over again, and it helps you. You know what I'm saying? It helps you go, it helps you grow, and definitely consistency, being consistent, that helps. That's one of the biggest things that I learned. Another big thing that I learned in 2022 is consistency.
And bro, I know you can definitely relate to this one. So another thing that I learned in 2022 is that when it comes to supporting people, black people are the least supportive when it comes to supporting each other, bro. I kid you not. You can go out and have the most perfect idea. I guarantee you, more than half of the people that's gonna doubt you is gonna be black people. And that's what's sad, because we talk about how we need to all be equal and have equality in each other, but we need to all be equal, but you know what I'm saying? It's like other races, you don't see other races putting each other down. It's mainly black people putting each other down. And that's what's crazy about it, because how you don't want your own race to win? It's already bad enough that we're a target species. We're targeted by the government, by people in general. We just targeted people. So for you to just sit there and not support somebody or hate on somebody, or you know what I'm saying, or you know, make them feel like they can't do it, that's crazy. Because how would you feel? Repeat this. How would you feel if you came up with an amazing idea and you spent time with it? You grind, you spend time, you put your blood, your sweat, your tears in it. But yet you got people just putting it down, like oh, you ain't even finna do none of that, or you capping. Like, I feel like that's the one of the lamest thing you can do when it comes to, you know, when it comes to people trusting you and telling you what they want to do and this big idea that they got, and you just shutting it down. Like who are you to tell me I can't do something when I know in my bones and in my body I can do it? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you not me. So I feel like that's crazy how people, and your own people, and then not even that. Sometimes with it being black people that's not supportive, sometimes it be your own friends and family. That's crazy. Or sometimes people tell you sometimes your friends or your so-called friends or family that say they support you, in the inside they really don't support you. They just telling you that they support you because they know it's gonna be good for your ears to hear. Like, oh, let me just tell him that I support him, so it's just he can just get out of my face and, you know, just move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a person say they support you, they gonna show it in action. They're not gonna just say I support you. Like, if you got a clothing brand and you say I support your clothing brand, you gonna cop when it drop. Simple as that. So, and it's like, oh, you got YouTube, I'm gonna subscribe, I'm gonna watch your videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna comment on your videos. Or you do nails, I'm gonna come get my nails done. Or you do lashes, I'm gonna come get my lashes done. You feel what I'm saying? That kind of stuff shows support. But if you just be like, I'm gonna support, and then you don't never support, that was meaningless. I could have just went to the next person. So I feel like that's another thing that people need to realize in 2022, that black people are the least supportive people when it comes to each other and race. But it's another one of mine.
About just being yourself, you know what I'm saying? Be okay with being yourself. Be okay with grinding by yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's okay if it's just you and the Lord, you know, for now, until you find your person, like, not even like soulmate, like, find like a person that you can confide in, like a person that you can tell anything to and you know that you feel secure about.
That's hard.
That's probably a big thing that we all should learn, is that it's okay with being okay. It's okay with being alone, because in the end it will be okay and things will get better. You know what I'm saying? If you're not seeing better results already, you just gotta hold on.
If you've been on my Instagram, you know what I'm saying, you already know, everybody already knows on my Instagram that I bought a camera, right? And the camera was not cheap. I don't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't even finna front for y'all. It's not cheap. In general, not to flex, just not a flex, none of that, because I don't flex like that. I feel like that's pointless. But in general, the whole camera setup that I got was over at least $1,000. And I grind to get the camera that I wanted to give y'all good content. So one thing I learned in 2022 is you gotta have a spend it, double it mindset. And what that means is, if you spend money, you gotta double it back. So you know how some people say, well, if I spend $200, I gotta make $200 back. No. If you spend $200, you gotta make $400 back, because you gotta double it. Because, you know, I feel like if you spend $200 and then you just make $200 back, you back where you started from. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Okay, I'm back where I started from. That's cool. But then, you know what I'm saying, you want to have extra money in your pocket. So like me, like, since I spent like $1,000 or something on this camera and equipment, I gotta make $2,000 back. I'm gonna do it because that's just that hustle mentality that I have. But you gotta have that spend it, double it mindset. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here spending money and then you're not making it back. Because then now you walk around with empty pockets. And now when you walk around with empty pockets, you are balanced. And when you ain't got no money, you are balanced. So this is what I'm saying to y'all. If you spend money, you gotta, I don't even care if it's $5. If it's $5, you know what I'm saying, double it back. If it's $20, double it back. You gotta double it. So you gotta have that spend it, double it. That's the mindset you gotta have. Spend it, double it. And especially if you make big purchases, like if you buying like a $20,000 car, you gotta definitely double that back. That's $20,000 that you out of now. So now you gotta double that back. So it's just like you said, like I said, you gotta have that spend it, double it mindset, because you know what I'm saying. That don't mean idolize money at a high, because you shouldn't idolize money like that. But what I'm saying is, when you spend money, double it back. So that's another one that I learned in 2022.
Is love, y'all. We gotta love people. 2022, it showed a lot of when you were down. Like if you're down, you'll really see who really down for you. And it also goes back to being yourself, finding yourself, loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't love yourself, how you expect the person that you chasing to love you if you don't even love yourself? You find out how to find out how to love yourself and love yourself before you try to love somebody else. And definitely, you know what I'm saying, show love to people. And that doesn't mean in a physical way or emotional way. That means just being nice to people, because you never know what people are going through nowadays. Mental health is a real issue. So just love yourself and love other people. You know what I'm saying?
Learn how to forgive people, because you know what I'm saying, that kind of ties in with love, because when you love a person, you're able to forgive them. So that's the piggyback off you. But yeah, bro, but you gotta learn how to forgive people, because let's say a situation. Let's say a mom and a daughter gets into it, right? And they both is at each other's neck. And let's say the mom dies, and now the daughter is going to live on with that regretful feeling of not forgiving her before she left the earth. So, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like nowadays in 2022, people look at forgiveness as for the other person. When you forgive a person, it's not for them, it's for you. Because I guarantee you, whatever that person did to you, they ain't losing sleep. They not gonna lose no sleep. They ain't gonna lose no time. They not gonna stop eating. They not gonna. Time moves on regardless. So it's like, you know what I'm saying. It may be hard, but you have to be the bigger person, and just sometimes it takes you to just say, I forgive you. You know what I'm saying. Even if they don't, you know what I'm saying, apologize. Sometimes you gotta say, I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard, because I know how a lot of people bite, you know, they it's that pride that they hold on, like, oh, I can't just, like, I'm gonna look soft if I just go up to a person and say, oh, I forgive you. And that's something you gotta work on, because I feel like a lot of time, most of the time, that a lot of people don't forgive other people, because, you know what I'm saying, they waiting for the apology to come first. Sometimes it takes you to go take the initiative and just go say to them, like, hey, I forgive you for what you did. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts, because you know how hard it is to forgive a person when you got all that anger built up inside towards them. That's hard. That ain't easy to do, but it takes time and practice, because if you know what I'm saying, you got to start somewhere. So I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, when you forgive a person, it helps you out more, because when you don't learn how to forgive a person, you're going to be the one losing sleep. You the one that's gonna stay up crying and not eating and wasting, you know, losing time. They're gonna keep living their life. So, and I feel like that's the main reason why, when it comes to relationships, why people always say, like, you know how when somebody break up and they say, oh, you know what I'm saying, my ex did this, my ex did that, my ex did that, or F my ex, and they start going bad all about the ex. But I feel like when two people break up and a person forgives that person, I feel like it'll help you in the long term with your next relationship, because you know what I'm saying, once you forgive a person, it just like relieves a lot off you. Yeah. So now when you go into the next relationship with a person, you're not holding on to that, you know what I'm saying, to that feeling of not forgiving them. So then now that goes towards the next person, that mess up the next relationship towards your next person, the next person you date. So I feel like in 2022, you know what I'm saying, you gotta learn how to forgive people. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. You know what I'm saying? And it is going to be hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. And you're not going to be able to just wake up one day, somebody hits you in your face, and you just say, I forgive you for hitting me in my face. That's not how this going to work. Like, it takes time. So, yeah. So, like I said, in 2022, I learned that you got to learn how to forgive people. And it may be hard, but you got to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You got to just, you're going to progress in that area as the more and more you do it.
Probably pride. 2022... You know, you see a lot of people with pride, you know. It's more prevalent now, you know what I'm saying? But pride can definitely ruin relationships. If you're looking for something good, don't let your pride get in the way of it. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to see from another person's point of view, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of friendships, or relationships. But learn how to see the other person's side, see the other person's point of view, and not letting your pride get in the way of ruining something that could potentially set you up for something greater that's ahead of you. So definitely don't let your pride get the best of you ever, because if your pride gets the best of you, you might not be able to restore that friendship or relationship again because of your pride. So learn how to control your pride, and not saying that, you know, you can't love yourself or not say that you that guy or you that girl, but know that, but don't necessarily put all that pride into yourself to where you don't get what you are trying to receive. So yeah.
With everything you do, always go through God with whatever you do. Whatever decisions you make, whatever life choices you make, you always got to go through God, because
That's true.
remember, He the one that knows your past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He know how everything is going to plan out before you even know how it's going to plan out. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if you go out and make a whole bunch of decisions that ain't led by God, and then you find yourself in a ditch or a hole, you think about, you question yourself like, how did I get here? Or them. Another big thing people do when they make decisions and make life choices and it go bad for them, the first thing they question is, how could God let this happen to me? When you make decisions in life, you gotta let the Lord lead you, because like I said, you'll find yourself making these big choices, even with the small choices, because small choices leads up to big choices. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you'll find yourself going down a path or putting yourself in a whole little ditch, or something bad happened to you because you made a decision without letting God lead you, and now you feel like, oh, is God even real? Or, you know what I'm saying, if God was really real, He would have never let this happen to me. God don't never want to see His people go through bad things. He never wants to see that happen. But you got to realize that is a part of life. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying, there will be, you know, trials and tribulations that you will face on earth, meaning that you're going to go through things in life. There isn't no such thing as this perfect living life. Like, oh, I just want to just have a peaceful life and nothing happens to me. That's not going to happen. If you had that mentality, then you're a child, because everybody knows when you live this life, when you get out here on your own, when you live this life, you're going to go through stuff regardless. And sometimes, like I said, bad things happen to good people sometimes. It's just a part of life. But one thing you can't be so quick to do is, you know, judge God and say, oh, if God was really real, how could this happen to me? Or why would He make this happen to me? Or I've been good, or I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been good, I've been doing right by people. How could this happen to me?
Right.
This must be God trying to punish me, when it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like I said, just a part of life. So like I said, when you make these decisions in life, and when you make these life choices in life, you gotta let them be God-led, because I guarantee you, when you make life choices through God, He'll save you from a lot of stuff that you wouldn't even want to experience, or you wouldn't even think of. Like, I'm talking about the deepest, darkest, baddest things that you couldn't even imagine that could happen. So He'll save you from those things if you make your life choices through Him. So, all right, so in 2022, everybody knows in 2022 that violence is at an all high. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? It's people are getting influenced by a lot of different things to make them do crazy stuff. Let's just be real.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like when you in this world, like when you out doing what you do, you can't, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be cautious on what you gotta be cautious. Not live in fear. Like, oh, like I shouldn't, you know, just be cautious, because you gotta think about it. Somebody could wake up one morning and they could just decide to go kill somebody. And I know that's kind of harsh, but it's people out here that wake up and be demonically influenced. So, you know what I'm saying, you can't expect things to be all peaches and cream. You got to be able to expect somebody could do the worst to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how people is. You can't stop how people, you know what I'm saying, move. You can't just think like, oh, well, I got to try to stop it. If somebody want to get up and go do something, they're going to do it regardless. So I feel like you can't just have this mindset of, okay, everything gonna be cool, everything all right. Like I said, it goes back to wanting to have a peaceful life when that's not how life is right now. Everybody know 2022. You know what I'm saying? It's been, you know, it has its ups and it has its downs. And the downs is, you know, one thing that I can say that's part of the downs part is the violence. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that mindset of being cautious of other people. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be a good person. You know what I'm saying? But other people ain't. It ain't always the other way around.
Yeah.
It ain't always good people out here. Like some people just evil and just, you know, they're just demonically influenced. So that's why I say you gotta always be cautious on what you do. You know what I'm saying? And how you move, because you can't be out here just moving recklessly or just out here moving like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. It's everything's good, everything peaches and cream. That's not how that's gonna work. It's just a part of life.
It's gonna work.
So that's my last thing that I learned in 2022. You know what I'm saying? I could make a part 2 to this, so y'all let me know if y'all want a part 2, because it's a lot more stuff that I could say. But you know, so I don't want to make the video too long.
I guess one of the most important things ever is having a relationship with the Lord. If you do not have a relationship with the Lord,
Number one,
please get a relationship with the Lord, because you will find yourself more at peace and more you'll find yourself in a better position than when you were a month ago, 2 months ago, right?
Mm.
Because the Holy Spirit, He'll lead you and guide you, and that's probably the biggest thing that I didn't learn in 2022, but I just know for all these years, I just know it's the best way to go. You would never be led wrong. You would never be led astray. Just find yourself, you know what I'm saying? Tap in with Bro Page, you know what I'm saying? You know, he spread the word. So just definitely find that, you know what I'm saying? Find yourself. If you feel like you've been questioning or you've been wondering like, man, I feel like I've been missing something. That's the Holy Spirit. You need Him. Mm-hmm. And He will definitely fill that place of void. It's not that you need to go out and find a relationship where you know what I'm saying, get physically attracted with a person and whoop de whoop. It's the Lord. That's what you need, because the Lord will bring that right person to you, to where you're not searching and you're like, man, I don't know if this is the right one, blah, blah. He'll bring the right one to you. So just, that's number one on the list. But yeah, that's everything I gotta say.
That's all. That's all it, folks. So yeah, so these are the things that we learned out in 2022. If some of these, I guarantee a few of them we already knew, but we wanted to give what, you know, we wanted to share that with y'all. And like I said, you know what I'm saying, we finna hit 100 subscribers, man. I appreciate all my supporters and all the real ones out there, man. I love each and every one of y'all, man. I want to say thank you, bro, for coming on my YouTube and, you know, just pouring into my channel, bro, and pouring in with your thoughts and everything. Oh, I got a quick shout out. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to know who hoodie this is I got on. This is my my peoples, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to the family. Shout out to Diego, you know what I'm saying. We locked in for life, my boy. I appreciate the hoodie. But yeah, so I love, you know, so I got love for you, Diego, bro. Stay on your grind. You definitely doing your thing with your music and your clothing brand. Shout out to the whole Ice Water gang. I love all y'all boys, man.
Yeah.
We locked in for life, bro. Hey, Diego, we locked in for life now. So you know what I'm saying. I had to give a quick shout out to you know what I'm saying, Diego clothing brand. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, y'all. So that is the end of the little mukbang and what we learned in 2022. We got a good ending part for y'all. So if y'all didn't know, we are doing the one chip challenge. We are doing the one chip challenge. We prepared for all of this. So we got some water, some ice cream, and some milk. So everybody on the internet be doing these one chip challenges, but bro said that it ain't finna be nothing for him. So man, you know. So let's go ahead and knock this out, because my camera is about to die. So, you know, I said we want to go ahead and knock this out right quick. You want to go get your stuff right quick? All right, y'all. So we back. So like I said, we're going to do the one chip challenge. We have our ice cream. Show me what you got, bro. I got vanilla. We got the alkaline water.
Cookies and cream.
We got milk. What you got? You got cookies and cream, milk. So,
bro, you playing with it? Come on, bro.
I'm trying
to get this over with.
All right, I'm a little nervous.
I ain't ever doing this again, bro.
Ooh, I'm gonna shake it. Hey, let me go ahead and start. Let me go ahead and open this now. All right, bro, we got you at the same time.
My chip broke.
Mine's there too.
Dude, are we really gonna do this, bro?
Hey, come on, bro. We gotta hurry up. Are you ready?
Wait, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Hey, come on, bro.
Oh,
Come
no,
on.
bro.
I'm finna go in, bro. I'm finna go in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's straight. Come on, I got it. Hold on.
Man, come on. It's not burning.
I'm gonna wait for a second.
But that's not burning.
Dude, nothing is working. Bruh, that junk is spilled.
Okay. Oh shoot. Bro, I can't talk.
Bro, your lights is on.
Is it water?
Dude, why did you convince me to do that, bro?
Ooh. Oh, my lips. Hey, man. I'm not ever doing this shots ever again. Hey, man. I think it's better now. What's that?
Dang, bro.
I'm not ever doing this challenge ever again. Hey, man. Yeah. Subscribe. Hit the like. Subscribe, hit the like button. Bro, shout out your IG.
I can't even talk.
I'm gonna put bro IG in the description. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment. We on the road to 100 subscribers. I don't know what to say. Yeah, but catch y'all. Let me catch y'all in the next video. I love all y'all, man. Thank y'all for supporting me. The clothing brand gonna drop. And 2023, be tuned for that. When it cop, when it drop, cop. That's all I'm gonna say. But you know what the deal is. Nico, out.